Blog Talk Radio.
What time is it?
WH Radio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Wrestling Heads Radio. You got Skits, and I'm alongside here with Oscar and Tom. What is going on, gentlemen?
What's going on, everybody?
How you doing, Skits?
Everything's well. Everything's well over here. Today, Wrestling Heads, we have a special guest. We have one half of reDRagon. He is also part of the tag team champs in the Ring of Honor and Pro Wrestling Gorilla champion, Mr. Kyle Reilly. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Man, everything's good, man. Thanks for being back on. We appreciate it. We got a lot to talk about.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm pretty sure you're still stoked. Pay-per-view you guys just had, the match with Bad Influence.
What's that, man? I missed the question. Sorry.
Oh no, I said that I'm pretty sure that you're still stoked off the Best in the World pay-per-view that you guys just had.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. Great pay-per-view debut for Ring of Honor. It was a really special moment to be a part of that. So it was wicked, man. Still riding that buzz for sure.
Yeah, I actually heard a story from somebody that your flight got delayed and you had to take a bus to Nashville or something like that.
Yeah, it's true, man. But, I usually take that bus every show I go to. I've been traveling the country in it lately. It's called the Lex Express. And I'll be riding it straight onto the USS Intrepid to slam Yokozuna this summer at your local shopping mall.
Oh, man. But, yeah, man, back to the Best in the World pay-per-view. You and Bobby got to go against Bad Influence. Can you tell us how it was, being in the ring with those guys?
Yeah, it was an honor getting to be in the ring with Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, two guys I look up to who paved the road for guys like me to be wrestling. So it was awesome, man. It was a really cool experience.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, I just want to say to Kyle, welcome back on the show again, and I also want to congratulate you for winning the PWG champion. I was there, and glad to hold the belt. It's a heavy belt, by the way. So yeah, congratulations on that. And I'm just waiting for 8:00 my time, so the tickets go on sale, so I can see you kick Chris Hero's ass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So my first question I want to ask you, this past weekend you performed on a pay-per-view for the first time in your career. How do you feel performing on a pay-per-view audience, not being signed with the WWE or TNA?
Man, like as a kid growing up watching wrestling, pay-per-view was just had a huge aura to it. Like I remember when ECW had its first pay-per-view, it was a huge deal, and I always watched, WWE pay-per-views, WCW pay-per-views, watch any pay-per-view I get my hands on. So just knowing that, it's come full circle, and I just performed on my first wrestling pay-per-view that's available all over the world. It was a really, really surreal experience, man. It definitely had a different feeling backstage before the show. Just for me personally, it just kind of something felt special about it. And I'm glad the first one's out of the way, and hopefully many more to come.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that too, because like I told Bobby last week, as a fan, it's kind of frustrating, like your guys' big events, it's kind of tough for us, like me living the West Coast, cannot afford to go to the East Coast, and, example, like Super Card of Honor, I have to wait like 3 or 4 days after the event to watch the event, you know. So it was kind of frustrating. Right. Yeah. So I'm hoping the pay-per-view thing continues and I can enjoy, you know, watching it live than wait 4 days, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, it gives people the opportunity to see a Ring of Honor show as it's happening live, because, you know, there's really nothing quite like it. It's just such a different atmosphere, you know, in an ROH show, and it gives people the opportunity to see that. So, you know, it's good exposure for us. Yeah,
definitely. Tom, you got a question?
Yeah, first, Kyle, thanks for coming on. Thanks for taking time out of your day to do this. Sticking on Best in the World, you know, you just mentioned, you know, you watched ECW broadcast their first pay-per-view, and, you know, Paul Heyman has gone on record to say that, you know, it was kind of like a whole team coming together. Everybody was rallying behind each other. Everybody was trying to outdo each other and trying to put on the best match possible, and that locker room was just electric. What was the locker room and the backstage like for Best in the World?
Oh, you completely just described it. You know, it was exactly all those things and so much more. Just because I was part of it, I got to experience it firsthand. You know, I've seen, you know, Beyond the Mat documentary where they're backstage and Heyman's giving that speech and everything, and everyone's all fired up and stoked for each other and high five. Like it was like that, man. It was like Ring of Honor in general is just such a team mentality. You know, we're all there to support each other. We all believe in each other, and we all believe in the products that we're presenting. And we all know, you know, we're part of something really special. You know, all of those guys can say, you know, I was on the very first Ring of Honor pay-per-view. So, you know, it was a really cool moment, and we were all very supportive of each other, and just such a great mentality backstage and great feeling and just good vibes all around.
Yeah, I got to imagine, because, you know, you were around for all the pay-per-views, and through that whole period where there was, you know, pay-per-views not working, streams cutting out, and, you know, just the production quality wasn't where Ring of Honor wanted it to be and where the fans didn't want to be. So, you know, seeing this pay-per-view go smoothly and seeing even the other shows go smoothly from last month, the shows with New Japan, it's got to be a big relief to everybody backstage, and now the production quality has kind of caught up with the product that's in the ring.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I actually have a question from one of our co-hosts that actually couldn't make it on the show. He asks, is there somebody out there that you haven't got a chance to work with? Because, you know, you work with guys like T.J. Perkins, Johnny Gargano, Alex Shelley, the list goes on and on. But is there a guy out there that you would love to get in the ring with?
A guy I've always really wanted to wrestle, who I've been a fan of for a very long time, is Low-Key. And if I ever had the opportunity to, you know, work with him, I think that'd be pretty awesome. So maybe one day that'll happen.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Well, we see Low-Key's definitely doing his thing this weekend, so hopefully we can see Kyle O'Reilly versus Low-Key. Somebody needs to book that ASAP. But I'm going to go into the next question. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the top 5 indie rankings, right, for the tag teams?
Vaguely.
Are you familiar that you guys are ranked 2 this week, which is pretty much bullshit to me?
It's preposterous. All credibility that list holds just got thrown out the window. It should be number 1 every week.
They got the throwbacks at number 1, and you guys at number 2, which I don't understand. The Time Splitters, which is a team that you guys will be going against in New Japan, which is going to be definitely a big deal. Let's talk about that while we're at that. Which I would say reDRagon and the Time Splitters are definitely 2 of the teams are on the top 5 of my list of tag teams in the world. Let's talk about this match going into it. Can you talk about the feeling of getting picked to perform in front of a New Japan crowd?
Yeah, dude, like, wrestling in Japan has been my goal since I started wrestling. You know, when I was trained to be a wrestler, it's all I did was watch Japanese wrestling tapes, and, you know, that it's always been my top goal to wrestle in Japan. So, yeah, it's literally a dream come true, man. So, it's huge. Like, as soon as I found out about it, I was just over the moon, and I still kind of, you know, don't really believe it's real until I get on that airplane. It won't be, but, you know, it's going to happen. Here, it's coming. So I'm just thrilled about it, man. And excuse me, to be working with Time Splitters, you know, it's just a huge opportunity too. IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions, you know, like it's going to be wicked, man. I'm thrilled and excited, and it's on a huge show in a huge building. It's a huge opportunity for us.
Yeah, man. I'm like pretty sure that you would like to do some singles work also in Japan, right?
Well, yeah, you know, maybe, but I'm happy to be going over there with, you know, my tag team partner Bobby. Like, I am just completely stoked that it's going to be us together, and it's such a great crew. It's me, Adam Cole, Maria, and Michael Bennett. You know, it's going to be amazing, man. I'm super, super pumped.
Definitely looking forward to it, man. Like, I might just stay up late just to watch you guys, man. Because I really never stay up late to watch those shows, because, you know, it's like 2 o'clock here, and I don't know the time is, and, you know, so I think I'm going to stand up, but go ahead, Oscar.
Yes, my next question I want to ask you that relates to PWG. You just recently won the PWG championship from Adam Cole in the last show. How does it feel that when your name is now on the list with guys like Bryan Danielson, Kevin Steen, Adam Cole, Super Dragon, who held that belt?
Oh, it's an honor, man. Like, it's a year of really hard work at that company, you know, finally coming through, and, you know, I was given the opportunity to be the champion. So I'm going to do my best to make the likes of those guys proud, you know, of being a PWG world champion. I'm going to defend it and just keep trying to have the best matches I can possibly have. And, you know, being at PWG, I'm going to get the opportunity to wrestle against the best wrestlers in the world, bar none. So it's going to be awesome, man. I'm hoping for a good title run. Hopefully keep you guys interested.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
I'm sorry to cut in, guys. I just want to say, Kyle, in my opinion, you've had the best match of the night for a long time. Like, if I can go back to the match when you and TJ Perkins, you've been putting on matches, like 5-star matches, like every night. Guys with Johnny Gargano, Cole. Like, I've been enjoying each match that you put on. Just want to
thank you very much, man. I appreciate that a great deal. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it makes it worthwhile too, like working so hard for, you know, the PWG faithful, because they are such loyal, great fans. They deserve the best wrestling we can possibly give them. You know, that's why everyone at PWG gives the best matches we have in our blood. You know, like, we just bust our ass, and it's for you guys. So, thank you. It means a lot.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, sticking on PWG, you know, you debuted in 2011, you know, with Adam Cole as Future Shock, and, you know, you guys were teaming for a while until you guys eventually split in Ring of Honor and PWG, and since then you kind of, you know, been out on your own, and you've kind of flourished as a single star, you know, whereas in Ring of Honor you're known as a tag team specialist. So what has PWG done to kind of show you, you know, what you can do as far as a singles career on a more of a mainstream level?
I think the major differences would be, you know, in Ring of Honor, I'm in a tag team, a heel tag team. In PWG, I'm a singles face wrestler. So, you know, it just gives me two different platforms to try and perfect my craft with, you know, and it gives me two different things that I can work on, and I can look back and reflect on what worked and what didn't work, and as a heel team or as a face singles wrestler, and then maybe they'll flip-flop. Maybe I'll be a face team and a heel singles wrestler, So it just gives me opportunities to just keep perfecting my craft and just keep trying to get better. That's what it's about, I just want to keep improving. You never stop learning and keep wrestling guys who are better than you, and it makes you a better wrestler, and that's what I'm going to just keep doing, So, yeah, man. I hope that answers your question. I'm not really sure what the question was. I kind of just
yeah, it was.
ran around it.
I'm sorry for confusing the question, but you answered it pretty good. Because you've been in a tag team for a good portion of your early career, and now with PWG, it's showing the fans that you can get out on your own as a singles competitor. Sure. And you're even, when you first came into PWG with Adam Cole, you guys weren't both really big, promo guys. And then, of course, Adam Cole went on his own. And then you kind of, because you're a quieter guy than Adam Cole. Adam Cole is a loudmouth, cocky little shit, I guess you could say. But you were kind of a little bit quieter, and then you kind of started getting into more of your, charisma as a singles competitor in PWG.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of working with Bobby, in reDRagon has helped all that kind of come full circle too. Like, we just kind of come out of my comfort zone and found we just started with us bullshitting, trying to make each other laugh, and then it turned into us just, coming up with these characters that seemed to work and seemed to transcend each company for me. So it's kind of just molded things, and a lot of stuff we just kind of figure out on the fly and see what works and what didn't, and who cares if it didn't.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Kyle, the Fish Tank is the best wrestling talk show out there. In my opinion, you guys are hilarious. It's kind of messed up what you guys
Thanks, dude.
It's kind of messed up what you guys did to Little Cheeseburger there. You guys had me laughing.
Thanks, dude.
But yeah. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yes, my next question I wanted to ask you, I usually ask everybody in Ring of Honor this question. Hoping you say yeah, but I'm going to cross my fingers right now. But I know of a few months ago you guys did Super Card of Honor at New Orleans, Louisiana, the same site where WrestleMania was at. And I know pretty much every year Ring of Honor does a show during WrestleMania weekend, and the next WrestleMania is going to be, which is going to be a 6-hour drive for me in the Bay Area. So far, I only heard from an announcement that Dragon Gate's going to do the only confirming shows out there. So I'm hoping you're saying yes. Will there be a Ring of Honor show that weekend? And if it happens, it's going to be my first Ring of Honor show. So right now I'm crossing my fingers, hoping saying yes, there will be a show. So will there be a show out there?
Well, I don't know anything that you don't know, man. Like, I see when the shows are announced when you do. So I honestly can't answer that, but I would assume we've ran the same WrestleMania host city the last however many years. So I assume there'll be one. I don't see why there wouldn't be.
All right, well, I'm just hoping that you guys do one, so I at least could go to a Ring of Honor show for once in my life. So, and hopefully you guys are still the tag champs at that time. So, I'm going to keep hoping.
Well, that I can guarantee will be yeah, come on.
You sound like Bobby Fish last week right there. All right, you guaranteeing it? So, all right, we crossing my fingers hoping there'll be a Ring of Honor show on WrestleMania weekend. So,
hey, sure thing, man.
I'm hoping
go ahead.
so, too.
Go ahead, Tom.
I'm lucky enough that Ring of Honor is just on the East Coast, especially in New York City, quite often. So I've gotten the chance to see Kyle O'Reilly in Ring of Honor. So, whatever you West Coast people, you guys get PWG.
I know. That's why I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything,
Kyle. We see Kyle every other month.
Yeah, you guys get to see Kyle O'Reilly beating Adam Cole for the PWG World title, and then I get to see reDRagon beating Bad Influence and the Young Bucks. So it's a fair trade.
Yeah, quit complaining, California. You guys get sunny weather and PWG.
I want reDRagon together as a team. I want reDRagon as a team and PWG. Can that happen? Can we make that happen? Somebody.
Man, I'm pulling for that to happen, so hopefully sooner than later that will be a reality.
Man.
Kyle, I wanted to ask you, kind of sticking on PWG and Ring of Honor. You broke into both companies kind of with Adam Cole. You guys both started flourishing as a tag team in both promotions. What has it been like? I don't know if you can't speak for Adam, but what has it been like for you guys in both companies, starting from the tag team and then you guys just continuing on with your success?
Oh, it's so crazy, man. Like, Adam is, outside of wrestling, is one of my best friends. He was one of the groomsmen at my wedding. So, needless to say, we're very tight, even though we're rivals inside wrestling. But it's just been awesome that our paths and our careers have been so intertwined. They're very similar careers, paths so far. And, we're very tight and we very support each other very much. And, I think we're both very happy for each other's success. And so hopefully our careers further down the line will continue to intermingle, if you will.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to have a rematch because Adam's definitely going to get his rematch in PWG for that title. So I'm looking forward for another war. But I'm going to ask some questions from our followers. One of our followers, I'm pretty sure you know him. His name is Jay.
Yeah.
He asked a question. He said 15 years ago, people talked about ECW as the hottest crowd and most exciting place to work. In 2014, has PWG fulfilled that role?
Sorry, has PWG
fulfilled the ECW role as the hottest crowd?
Well, I've never went to an ECW show or wrestled in ECW, so I wouldn't really know how to compare that. But I can see the similarities for sure. It kind of feels like that, watching old ECW tapes and watching a PWG tape kind of has a similar vibe to it. So, except for all the hardcore wrestling, it's kind of a different environment wrestling-wise. So, it's hard to say, man.
All right. Let me ask one more question from one of our followers. Matthew Grant, he actually asked, is there a chance you'll be coming back to Smash Wrestling soon?
Nothing in the immediate future, but I'm hoping to get back up there for Smash. Really enjoyed up there. It's a great promotion. A lot of talented wrestlers in it, and Ontario get back to the homeland, and crowds are always insane there. So, yeah, hopefully sooner than later, man.
Definitely. Go ahead, Oscar.
Okay, my next question I want to ask you, the last couple of days, PWG has been announcing BOLA 14 and the participants. I'm like, God damn, names like Chris Sabin, AJ Styles, Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, there's a lot of names out there. Biff Busick, Drew Gulak, and you winning BOLA last year, and now you're in it again this year, and and it seems like this year is like more a threat that you won't be able to repeat. How does it feel being now that this BOLA could possibly be the best BOLA in the company's history?
No, man, it's looking that way. The lineup's looking ridiculous with all the names they're announcing. So I'm sure there's more big names to come. So, man, it's going to be a huge tournament, and I can't wait. It's over 3 days this year, and
my birthday weekend too.
I'm planning on. What's that?
It's going to be my birthday weekend also.
Happy birthday! BOLA weekend.
Yeah,
I'll win it for you as your present.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, Skits. Yeah, because it's been crazy seeing these names, and it's funny, I've been seeing tweets like, watch the final participant be named either Super Dragon or CM Punk or something like that, and We'll see, because it seems like all these names, it seems like anybody could show up. So I'm planning to go all.
Come on.
Huh?
Not CM Punk. Come on.
Yeah, that's a joke.
No, I'm not saying it's.
Let's be a little realistic.
Saying CM Punk. I'm not saying it's CM Punk. I'm saying that it's. I'm reading the tweets. I think it was just funny, but like I said, it seems like anybody can show up. So I'm planning to go to Bola and celebrate Skit's birthday, and hopefully you give him that present there, Kyle. So you can make.
I have a question for Kyle about Bola. Since we're on the Bola subject. I mean, you've been a PWG champ. Shouldn't you be in a championship match and somebody's trying to win that Bola tournament to face you for the title?
Well, maybe I will win Bola, and then I will challenge myself for the title. And it'll be Kyle Reilly versus himself.
Can Kyle Reilly beat Kyle Reilly is the question.
Be a hell of a match, I tell you that much.
That'd be something I'm looking forward to watch.
It'll be Kyle Reilly PWG version versus Kyle Reilly ROH version. There you go.
There you go. Nice. That's some booking right there.
Let's just hope Bobby Fish doesn't interfere, but yeah. All right, go ahead, Tom.
Kind of getting away from PWG, kind of going more into your personal interests and hobbies. Of course, you're a big MMA fan. You're influenced by them. It shows in your in-ring work. It shows in the gear that you wear. Everywhere it shows. What has MMA done for you to kind of expand your view and your style in wrestling?
I think it's helped me a lot, just in a lot of different aspects relatable to wrestling. I've been training kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for a few years now, and I think I just been able to translate that into my wrestling style and, provide something unique and something that I just enjoy to do. I wrestle just in a certain way that just makes me happy and I find to be fun. So it's helped me a lot, man, especially in like my cardio and just my training. Just like there's no other shape like being in shape in like fight shape. So if I can stay somewhere around that area, then there's no way I can really get blown up in a wrestling match. Even though you still can, but you prepare for it differently. So it's helped me a great deal, man. I really enjoy doing it.
Yeah, kind of sticking on MMA. Do you personally believe there's more of an MMA influence coming into wrestling? Because of course you have the Gracies over in New Japan. You have guys like Bobby Fish, Davey before he left. Do you think MMA is becoming more relevant, not even in just independent wrestling, but wrestling all over the world?
It seems to be that way. It seems to be the trend, and it seems like every once in a while wrestling does go through a trend like that. Catch wrestling is where professional wrestling spawned from, so it's just really going back to its roots. It's not really evolving into more of a martial arts-based style. It just seems to be just kind of goes in a cycle, and it just every once in a while that seems to be the popular trend. So it just seems to be doing that again, and it seems to be picking up steam, and I enjoy that style of wrestling personally, so I'm not opposed to it.
Definitely. Kyle, you and Bobby are actually about to head on a tour, right? Not the New Japan one, but another one, right? Or you just came back from one?
We were in England a few weeks ago.
Can you tell us about the experience out there in England?
Yeah, it was sweet, man. We worked for Preston City Wrestling, PCW, and just extremely talented roster, great fans. They run in like a nightclub. It's just a great promotion. I highly recommend checking out PCW. Their DVDs, the production quality is great. They bring in great names. They have great local talent. It's awesome. It really has sort of a PWG of Great Britain sort of vibe. It definitely reminded me of that. So, yeah, go out of your way, check them out. PCW is sweet.
I just followed them.
Cool,
I'll definitely look up you and Bobby's stuff, and yeah. But one more question. I know you work for PWG, AAW, of course, Ring of Honor. Is there any other independent companies out there that you haven't worked for that you would like to work for?
I'd like to do AIW more often if it was possible. I like getting out to Cleveland. I think that's a really good promotion out in the Midwest. Like you mentioned, AAW is great. I love getting there. They're kind of like a home-based promotion for me. They were giving me an opportunity back when I just kind of moved to the United States, back before anyone was really giving me matches. They were helping me out. So they're another great one that I love getting up for. So, yeah, man, all those promotions you mentioned.
Yeah. I was actually watching a little AAW earlier, saw the match of you and ACH. You and ACH always put on a good match together, even if it's one-on-one or a tag team. But, yeah. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, my next question I wanted to ask you, I remember the last time you were on the show, we were actually, out of nowhere, we were talking about the Ultimate Warrior. I know you're a fan of him growing up. It's kind of sad to say, like, how what a weekend he had, and all of a sudden he passed away.
Yeah, man, that was trippy. That was really weird.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
Sad. But it was cool to see him get to say goodbye in a sense and get inducted in the Hall of Fame and make amends. It was just crazy weekend all around.
Yeah, and I actually, did you attend that Hall of Fame, or you were just doing the TV tapings that time, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Me?
Yeah, did you attend the Hall of Fame, or you were just doing those?
No. We had ROH that day.
Yeah, but my question is going to ask you, how much did it hurt you personally when with the news that the Ultimate Warrior passed away after, that he pretty much the best weekend he might have had in his life? Because it seems like not only joined, he put, like, the bad stuff aside, like the people who had hold grudges, like Hulk Hogan and them, and Vince McMahon, like, all that stuff has just gone away, and hoping for something good for the future, but suddenly he passed away. So I was going to ask you, what were you going through at the time when you heard, he passed away?
Oh, yeah, it was very sad, man. It was just more shocking than anything, You wouldn't have expected it, like a day after the Raw, he made his speech.
Yeah.
So it was just really shocking.
Yeah. I mean, I met the guy myself. He was very humbled. I met him like a few years ago, and I actually told him that hopefully one day you make it back in the wrestling business, and he did. And I always said in the show, like a year before he actually got an Hall of Fame, he deserves to be in it, and he actually did. So, yeah, it was something that we all should remember. And if I ever have kids and they end up watching wrestling, I will lecture them about the Ultimate Warrior for sure. All right, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, that was really kind of getting off a little bit. That was more shocking. I didn't believe it for a second. When you read it online and I read it on Twitter, you were like, wait, there's no way. It has to be like one of those internet hoax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I wanted to ask you something that I found really interesting. I read that you have type 1 diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Is this true?
True. It is.
So I found that really interesting because you don't see a lot of guys with type 1 diabetes in wrestling. What has been some challenges with having diabetes in the wrestling world?
Well, I've lived with it most of my life, so it's second nature for me, man. I wouldn't know the wrestling life without it. So for me, it's just getting through another day. But it does pose its challenges. It's difficult to manage when you're on the road a lot, just because you never know where your meal is going to come from or what kind of healthy meal you can get. And like just the stress of being a professional wrestler can make it hard to control your blood sugars and stuff. But it's something I've been dealing with for a long time, and for me, it's easy.
Yeah, definitely, man. I know we had you on here for a minute, Kyle, and I'm pretty sure you had to go. we want to actually thank you for being on the show again, and I'm pretty sure we'll see you at PWG. Before we let you go,
for sure, man. Yeah.
Before we let you go, you want to throw out your Twitter, Facebook, or anything like that?
Twitter is ROH Reilly, ROH Reilly, and that's about it as far as social media goes. I have an Instagram, but I really don't go on it. So
definitely. Hey, before you leave, Kyle, is there any chance you could bring some reDRagon shirts to PWG?
I don't think there is. Oh, well, there might be a chance. We'll see, man. I'll try.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you next month.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for having me on the show.
All right, take care.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle O'Reilly.
Out old part.
I didn't know you were going to do that.
Kyle O'Reilly, one of the best wrestlers in the fucking world, hands down.
Yeah, and we actually started that chant in PWG, that O'Reilly, and it's cool that he went with it afterwards. So
funny part is, I hear that chant at every damn indie shows now. I don't know if they got it off PWG DVDs, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'll also look for it when I pick up the PWG DVDs. Did you guys chant it at Sold Your Soul for Rock and Roll?
I don't think we did, but I try to remember when was the first time we did it.
I'm not sure, but all I know is
it has to be sometime last year, 2013 summer last year. So
I just want to let all the wrestling heads know, if you never catch Kyle O'Reilly stuff, watch Ring of Honor. He's a fucking beast. Watch PWG, AAW, whatever. The dude is one of the best technical wrestlers in the game today. Big fan of his. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell it just by the interview. He's a humble guy. Appreciates everything that the fans give him. All the feedback fans give him, and he just loves wrestling, and he loves going out there and performing in whatever company, and it shows with his in-ring product, and it shows with him just enjoying wrestling, having a good time, and even, like I said, overcoming something like type 1 diabetes, which, that in itself is a tough challenge, and then to go out there and wrestle and never know what's going to happen, it just speaks to the kind of person that Kyle O'Reilly is.
Yeah, man. I honestly didn't even know none of that what Tom asked him. That was new to me too. So that
you learn something new every day.
Definitely, man. Let's actually take a real quick break, and we're gonna shoot the fucking shit. I think it's time to shoot the shit. We'll be right back at these messages.
This is Kyle O'Reilly, and you are listening to Wrestling Heads Radio.
Four Corners Radio is the home for the best professional wrestling and independent wrestling, discussions and coverage. Billy, Ant, Martin, and Sam bring you three of the best podcasts every week. The Four Corners Raw Roundtable, the Indie Project, and the Saturday Freestyle. Along with the podcast, FourCornersWrestling.com is designed with all wrestling fans in mind. Feature articles, videos, the weekly shows, and much more. Four Corners and Wrestling Heads are teaming up to bring you wrestling's next revolution. Are you ready? Welcome back to Wrestling Heads Radio, ladies and gentlemen. I am Skits, that is Tom, and that is fucking Oscar. And we're shooting shit,
hold on, Skits, before we move on, I want to make a quick shout-out to Build a Nation. You could short-term it as band. They made buttons for us.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, they did, so I want to give a huge shout-out. So if you run across us in any show around the California area, I will get one to you. Just look for me. So, yeah, hopefully we can make more buttons. And they gave me their business card. They also make banners and graphics. So, yeah, we want to give a shout out to them. I want to thank them, too, for making these buttons. And, maybe I should hook this guy up with something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely good dudes. I checked their website out. Good stuff. That's all I can say.
All right.
But I think we just might as well get this out of the way. Wade Barrett,
Yeah.
Wade fucking Barrett.
He's supposed to be Bad News Barrett, but the bad news isn't supposed to be about him.
Hey, you know what?
But I'm afraid I got some bad news.
I got some bad news for Tom. That was your pick right there.
Yeah, this is bullshit. This is ridiculous. I blame Jack Swagger because for those listeners that don't know what happened, at the SmackDown taping last night, Wade Barrett was thrown into the barricade by Jack Swagger, and he separated his shoulder. He was going for x-rays, I believe, today or tomorrow, and seeing how bad it's going to be, how long of an injury it's going to take. And, it's unfortunate news. I was, obviously I'm playing light on it by blaming Jack Swagger. I can't blame him completely. Could have just, it happens. But what is this going to do to Money in the Bank? What do you guys think?
Okay, if it's really bad, he's out for sure. But if he's out for sure, then what's that mean for the Intercontinental title?
Can I have a prediction real quick? I was have a prediction on the Money in the Bank. Who's going to take a spot before you talked about the IC title?
Go ahead.
My prediction to taking his spot, can't believe I'm actually saying this, Brock fucking Lesnar.
I think you're smoking too much something, but I don't think Brock Lesnar will be there this Sunday.
You are smoking way too many substances. I don't know what you have over there in California. You have that California Kush, and you're just smoking it all day.
It's like saying, okay, replacing Wade Barrett, the man that called Sting. So come on now.
It would be a cool thing to see Brock Lesnar in that Money in the Bank, but then you kind of figure he's going to win. And then he's going to cash, and then you kind of figure that he's going to cash it in on whoever, and he's going to win. I think he's just going to come back probably around SummerSlam time, and he is going to just challenge whoever the champion is. Because he's Brock Lesnar, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. I'm sorry to cut you guys real quick, but I had to play this, if you guys don't mind. I had to play this real quick. Is this the right thing to do at the right time? So I'm going to go ahead and play this fucking promo.
Privilege of my career to serve as the advocate for the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but Brock Lesnar, damn it.
See, I just wanted to go on. You're wrong about Brock Lesnar entering Money in the Bank because if Wade Barrett is out for Money in the Bank, it's obvious who's replacing him. It's obvious, and that is the inspirational Bo Dallas.
Fuck Bo Dallas.
Yo, fuck you. Bo Dallas is the shit. You just don't believe yet. You have to believe.
Why does Bo Dallas?
Does he even deserve to be in the fucking? You see what happens? He's 9-0.
Does he actually deserve it? What has he done?
He's 9-0. Is anybody else in the WWE undefeated? No. Only Bo Dallas. The Undertaker's truth is gone. Bo Dallas is the new Undertaker.
Rusev is undefeated.
Who cares about Rusev? He doesn't believe.
Hey, Rusev is a fucking piece. That makes Rusev good. Okay? Rusev and Lana as a team, they're like fucking peanut butter and jelly.
Speaking of Rusev, do you think there's a possibility he could be added to that match?
I was gonna say that's gonna be my pick. He gets in somehow to replace Wade Barrett. That was my pick. It'll be Rusev because if you put Bo Dallas in there, he's not gonna win that match, and you can't.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It's just getting more guys into the match. I mean, do you think Kofi Kingston's gonna win the match?
I mean,
no. If you think Kofi Kingston's going to win Money in the Bank, you're smoking crack. Because Kofi Kingston doesn't have a shot in hell of winning Money in the Bank. There's a better chance that Hulk Hogan just returns in the middle of that Money in the Bank match, climbs up that ladder, and takes the briefcase and wins. There's a better chance of that happening than Kofi Kingston winning.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think they just put Kofi in there because he could do some crazy-ass spots in this match because, he does memorable stuff.
I'm still picking him.
Who are you still picking?
Seth Rollins. That was my pick, remember? He's still my pick.
Yeah, that's my pick, too. But back to Wade Barrett, I just want to see like, or want to hear, like, how his shoulder is, if he's going to be out for a while. Because if he's going to be out for a while, then what's going to be next for the Intercontinental Champion? Or the title? Are you going to make him strip it?
Like me, you, and Chris have been saying, put the strap on either Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins.
Yes. I would like to see one of those guys become the next Intercontinental Champion if Wade Barrett has to strip it. But for Wade Barrett, I just think this could be it for him because it seems like they try to push this guy and something's like there's always a roadblock to it and it just seems like this is it. Like this is the time to end it. I remember there was one time that sometime after the Core broke up and months later it was like Road to WrestleMania, he injured a shoulder injury and he was out and he missed WrestleMania. I think they had big plans for him for that WrestleMania and he was out. And then last year, I believe they're trying to push him up. Then they made him lose the title to Curtis Axel, and he was gone for a bit. Then he came back with his Bad News Barrett gimmick, and now he's injured again.
They can't kill that gimmick. That gimmick needs to stay around now because that's the only thing that's got over for this guy. So if they want this guy to stay relevant, the best thing is to keep Bad News Barrett, the character around.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the only way. But like I said, they're giving him a lot of things. They're giving him the Intercontinental title. Maybe what Tom said on Monday, they're going to give him the briefcase. But look what happened. He's injured. So who knows if he was the original plan to win it all. And if he was, then I bet you WWE shitting bricks right now. Like, okay, who's going to win it? Because we cannot just give it to Seth Rollins because everybody knows he's going to win.
Oh, they could definitely give it to
Rollins.
I
don't mind Rollins, but there was a point that Tom made. Everybody thinks Seth Rollins is going to win this match. But then this could be a curveball here. So, and then when Tom said that got me thinking, maybe Tom's right. So
I think Seth Rollins or either Ambrose is going to win the shit. Either one of those two. The other guys are just extras.
Yeah, me too. It's going to have to be one of them two.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait till Sunday to see.
Yeah, which I'm going to miss part of the first hour of it, but
you're probably going to miss the first Money in the Bank match then, because usually with two Money in the Bank matches, one's going to go on to open the show, and then the championship one's going to probably close the show.
Yeah, fucking shit. I'm going to miss the first match.
Anyway, speaking of bad news in the WWE, one WWE announcer got some bad news today as Josh Matthews was released from the company. It's confirmed on Twitter, and it was confirmed by a PWI insider.
WWE.com.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Josh Matthews? What do you think of this release?
Basically, what Triple H and Stephanie and Vince said to him is, "Fuck you, suck a dick."
I'm pretty sure Triple H didn't say that,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Triple H seems like a good business guy, so he was probably like, you guys ever seen the movie Office Space?
Yes.
He's probably like that boss. He was like, yeah, I'm going to need you to just pack up your things and you're released. That would be great. Thanks.
Keep 100 though, bro. I honestly think Renee Young is way better at what she does. So
yeah, but Josh Matthews, was a solid he was a solid announcer. You know, he was a good backstage guy, but he was a solid announcer too. And, you know, for them to just kind of not do anything with him anymore, you know, it was disappointing. Same thing with Matt Stryker. You know, Matt Stryker and Josh Matthews were, you know, a good team, and they're both good announcers. They both had their own kind of thing. And see, the thing that separated them from Cole and JBL and Jerry Lawler is, you know, they could do jokes and whatever, but they could be serious when they, you know, needed to be.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just WWE controlling more of the announcing, you know. I know it's not JBL, Cole, and Lawler's fault because, you know, you have Vince McMahon screaming in their ear every 5 seconds to plug the app, to plug the network, to plug Total Divas, to, you know, disregard the wrestling that's going on in the ring. So I can't blame them. But it was nice to see a guy like Josh Matthews in there. And shame he's gone. And he's been there for a while. He was on Tough Enough, and then he got hired right after in like late 2002, 2003. So he's been there a good amount of time.
Yeah, I was actually shocked about when I heard this because it seems like they always pick him to do like the pre-shows and the post-shows or whatever. He's always like the guy right there. I mean, Renee Young could do it too, but I'm just saying I thought they prefer him than over Renee. But
he's taking a spot.
But my question is that hopefully they did not make a mistake just release him, because there was always this talks we were hearing about Renee Young could be going to ESPN, and you know ESPN it's a better off. Maybe it's better off for a lot of people to work there, because look at the coach and look at Todd Grisham. They went there because possibly making more money and less demand. I mean, less travel schedule. So, you know, if anything, they would like to go to ESPN. So if they give that same offer to Renee, I'm pretty sure she'll do the same thing. She'll just want to stay. I mean, go to ESPN, and then not to travel a lot, and you know. There you go. And plus, they've been looking for another hot female ever since they lost Erin Andrews. So, you know, don't be surprised if ESPN try to make a run at her. So,
I mean,
hopefully Renee Young. Hopefully WWE does the right thing and keeps Renee Young.
I think they're going to keep her because you know she's basically got a job at NXT, and plus she's got a job on the main roster. So she calls every fucking match at NXT now. It seems.
I don't like her really as a commentator as much as I like her as an interviewer, and when she does, you know, the post shows and whatever. When she's a commentator in NXT, she's okay, you know, but she has these moments where, you know, something will go on. One particular thing was when Kalisto and Alokal debuted. Well, not Alokal debuted, but when Kalisto debuted and Kalisto got in the ring, she didn't really say anything. Every time Kalisto would do something, she would go, "Oh, whoa, oh." It kind of reminded me of Jerry Lawler, and I was like, oh, my God. So she's, you know, not as polished as a commentator, which, you know, she could become better. You know, she's still young.
Let me ask you a question. So who do you think is a better commentator, Renee Young or Albert or Alex Reilly?
It's tough to say. You know, they're both different. You know, Alex Reilly can sometimes be a tad bit annoying. Same thing with Renee Young. They both, you know, they just have different styles, and they have both different ways of commentating. So that's a tough one. I honestly, you know, it's still such a shame that Matt Stryker is not in the WWE. And it's a shame also, you know, Joey Styles he's doing great, you know, being in charge of WWE.com. But imagine him commentating in NXT, how great that would be. Him and Regal.
Regal does a hell of a job. But
yeah,
I don't know.
See,
we'll see.
That's the difference. That's the difference between main roster and NXT. You know, the main roster is controlled by Vince, and, you know, what he says goes. And
what about
you
the
know,
dudes on Superstars?
Byron Saxton?
Yeah,
Tom
Byron
Phillips?
Saxton. I think Byron Saxton and that other dude, I forgot his name, but I think they'll be taking Josh Matthews' spot and interviewing guys in the backstage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's the difference. If you look at announcing right now in the WWE, you know, you look at NXT and, you know, Regal is calling moves, you know, they're calling the match, and, you know, it's great commentating. You rarely hear any bad things said about commentating in NXT. And then you look at the main roster commentating, and everybody's constantly complaining about it because it gets, I don't know about you guys, but it gets annoying. You know, every single night you have Cole. You know, Cole's all right, but then you have Jerry Lawler doing
Fuck
something.
Jerry Lawler.
Oh,
Sick of him.
that's right, Michael. That's right. Oh, shut up, JBL. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, it's like Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole, like they like ride each other's dicks.
Yeah, and then you have JBL. Oh, we fight on Friday nights, Michael. He's twerking, Michael. Away, Michael.
Yeah, it's pretty gay.
But Jesus Christ, if I have to hear Michael one more time, I'm gonna fucking stab JBL. I'm just kidding, JBL. Don't come sue me.
Away from him before you even get your knife.
Real quick though, off the fucking commentators conversation that we just had, JT Dunn, the Juice, will be going one-on-one with former TNA superstar Chris Sabin Saturday, September 6, 2014 at Wrestle Jam.
Man,
Man, you took a complete 180. We went from commentating to talking about JT Dunn.
Let's shoot the shit, bro. Let's shoot the fucking shit. Chris Sabin.
Well, that's not shooting shit.
This is a big deal right here for fucking JT Dunn.
That's swerving shit.
Let's swerve it one time. Swerve.
We're not Vince Russo.
Fuck Vince Russo.
Hey. Vince Russo's alright.
Oscar, you're fucking tripping right now. I can barely hear you, bro. Yeah, you're going to...
I think Oscar... wasn't he breaking up on Monday, too? I think Oscar needs a new phone or something.
Can barely hear you, brother. Just letting you know. So, you might want to not say anything. Just don't say nothing, bro, because we don't understand one word you're saying.
Let's keep
I'm going to have to
going
mute you for a second, bro.
With Shoot the Shit Wednesday. And
you and me into fucking Oscar calls back. But
yeah, couple of big announcements by TNA today. Of course, their big announcement is that October, I believe, 17th. Could be wrong. Probably have the date wrong. Anyway, Bound for Glory is going to be in Tokyo, Japan this year.
It's a big deal.
What do you think of this?
It's a big deal for the company.
But is it the right move? Because, you know, yeah, they're in Japan and they're getting a new crowd and all that, but how is it going to affect the American viewing audience? Because either you're going to do a show in Japan time at night, and then that means it's going to come on at 2 a.m. your time and, 5 a.m. my time, and who's going to, people don't really buy TNA pay-per-views anymore. What incentive do you have to buy that when it's, in the middle of sleep? And, they can't do it. If they're going to go with American time, then that means they'd have to start the Japan pay-per-view at 9 in the morning. How many, people in Japan are going to go see a TNA pay-per-view at 9 in the morning?
You make a good point there. Like, who actually is going to order this pay-per-view? nobody
so
probably
it's
that
good.
time.
It's good and it's bad
because I was gonna say this is not New Japan that we're talking about. This is TNA. Is people really gonna stay up late to fucking watch TNA? I don't think so. But
yeah, and TNA, their main audience is the United States, Canada, and the UK. And
then,
for the UK, they can, people are willing to stay up, when the pay-per-view starts, at 1 a.m. or 12 a.m. whenever it starts, and they're willing to stay up that late because they do it for WWE pay-per-views because, it's an American company. With New Japan, not many people in America stay up to watch it. They just catch the replay, but it's because it's something that they don't get to see on a daily basis. That would be like New Japan coming to the United States, just New Japan. They don't do any shows with anybody else. New Japan, let's just say, came to New York City, and it was just New Japan, no Ring of Honor, no anybody else, no Global Force Wrestling, no nobody. And they did a pay-per-view here.
I actually want to comment
how many people in Japan are going to stay up to watch that?
I actually want to comment on the whole situation with, Bound for Glory being in Tokyo. So my thing is, the only way I can see folks staying up late if they bring in guys, big stars that are in Japan. It's the only way I can see people staying up, and that's from the U.S. area. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, I know the Great Muta is going to be here, so he's actually in New York right now, which I heard there was some Global Force. There was a Global Force chant.
That's funny. But it has its positives and its negatives.
What do you think, Oscar?
You don't. I was going to say you don't really know what they're going to do with this. It's all the way in October. But still, Bound for Glory is supposed to be their biggest pay-per-view of the year, so to speak. And, they're trying to reach out to an audience, and they're here in the United States. They're not in Japan. So you can't, they're trying to gain an audience still in America, and they're doing a show in Japan. So it's weird, it's good, and it's bad.
Yeah, man. I definitely don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to lay back and see who's gonna be there. But real quick, let's take a real quick break, and hopefully our boy Oscar can get his phone fixed because it's still staticky. Let's take a real quick break, and we'll come right back. So definitely be right back.
This is OVW Heavyweight Champion Jamin Olivencia, and you are listening to Wrestling Heads Radio.
Since January of 2013, the Indie Power Rankings have been ranking the very best independent wrestlers on a weekly basis with voters all across the U.S. and Canada. They do the part to support indie wrestling. Give them a follow at Indie Ranking as they release the new Indie Power Rankings every Tuesday.
Welcome back. WH Radio, Skits, Tom, trying to get Oscar back here on the show. But yeah, I don't know. Bound for Glory, we'll see what happens with them. Good luck to TNA. Hopefully they announce some more folks. I saw pictures of fucking Devon and fucking Bubba Ray. I ain't calling them Bully because they're the Dudley Boys at the time right now. So hopefully I think they're going to be at Bound for Glory too because they have to get their ring or whatever. I don't know if it's TNA. But let's see if Oscar's back. Oscar? You're still tripping, brother.
Yeah, still breaking up. Man, he's taking Shoot the Shit to a whole nother level.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to listen, bro, but I'm going to put you back on mute because it's not looking real good. We can't understand one word you say, dude. Man, fuck.
All right, so staying on TNA, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but to all our listeners, if you look on Twitter, there's been pictures posted from the first TNA show tonight at the Manhattan Center, and sold out building. Well, I don't know if it was sold out tonight. I know Friday's show is sold out, which I believe they're taping Destination X on Friday. I believe so. Could be wrong.
I think it is Destination X.
Yeah, but tonight the Manhattan Center, it looked pretty packed. It looked like they're doing pretty good over there in New York City so far. So I don't know if you saw it, Skits.
Yeah, I saw the photos. But the question is, how are the fans treating TNA this night? I know they treated Austin Aries like a fucking G, because he is a G. So
yeah, and they're probably people think that because it's New York City, they're going to start a fuck TNA chant, but they're only going to do that if TNA does something completely fucking stupid, If TNA does good stuff, they're going to support it, and they're going to like it. But if they start doing some stupid shit, then that's when fuck TNA chants are going to go. And, of course,
wow. This is
a tape show, so they could just edit that.
I got breaking news. The Hardy Boys against the Wolves.
Damn.
Wow.
That's Can you imagine Hardy Boys in their prime against the Wolves, or the Hardy Boys in their prime against the Young Bucks?
Speaking of the Hardys, they're going to go against the Bucks soon, too. The Hardys are low-key trying to come back, at it. They're trying to make another run. We'll see what the Hardys got going. I know Matt Hardy's fucking probably sore as a fuck. I got news on AJ fucking Lee. AJ Lee.
What's the news on AJ Lee?
So, we all know she's not pregnant or whatever.
She's not pregnant?
I don't know if you saw the photos of her and CM Punk running.
So? She could still be pregnant.
She has a flat fucking stomach.
Really early.
Flat fucking stomach.
She could just be really early in her pregnancy. And, women work out when they're pregnant. So that doesn't disclose the fact that she's not pregnant. This whole thing is, this whole CM Punk thing, it's cool to hear updates about him. It's cool to see, pictures of him, enjoying himself and relaxing, and, spending time with AJ, and of course, they got married. But let's just chill on them. We don't have to, we don't have to announce every single thing. That's not even the news that I had about AJ. I'm not saying, it's us, but the whole, internet wrestling community is just, one picture of AJ and CM Punk and they mark out.
I have no news about what her and CM Punk is doing. The whole thing is about her. Basically, there's no longer appears that there's a timetable for her return to the square circle. So I have no idea what's going on with that. Hopefully we get her back in, because I really think she needs to feud with Paige to get something going on. But I do like what they just like we mentioned Monday, the thing with her and Naomi. So that's probably the next best thing for Paige. But it would have been nice to see a nice feud with those two. But I don't know. We'll see. Oscar, you're back on, just letting you know. Nope. And you're still on some other shit right now, bro. What else you got?
I don't know. What else is going on? Of course, Vicky Guerrero posted something on WWE.com, posted her farewell on WWE.com. to go there, check it out. It should be on the main page. And if you read the whole thing, you know, she thanks the fans, and then she individually starts thanking people. She's thanking, you know, Vince and Linda. She's thanking Stephanie. She's thanking Edge. She thanked The Undertaker, Dolph Ziggler. And then, you know, she went in and thanked, like, all the other people, like the travel people, the people that do her makeup and, you know, do her hair before the show, all the ring people. And, you know, that is, I think it was so awesome to read that because it just shows how passionate Vicky Guerrero is for wrestling, that she appreciates everybody and everybody's job. And, you know, those people don't get thanks, you know, because they're just doing their job and they don't get a thank you. But to see Vicky Guerrero go and do that is pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah. Shout out to Vicky Guerrero. Pretty sure we haven't seen the last of her. But did you hear about the news?
You know,
did you hear about the news with WWN Live on Roku?
I do not. What's going on with that?
Apparently, I believe they just made a deal where if you order like Dragon Gate or Shine, you can basically watch it on Roku now. So I think that's a big deal for fucking Dragon Gate, Shine, Evolve, all those companies, because you know now if you have Roku, you can watch it on there instead of watching it on your laptop or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
what?
I want to say it's kind of like their version of the network. You had to pay, I believe it's $15 a month.
Just for WWN Live?
Yeah, it's WWN Live basically is going to be on there.
Yeah. I mean, you get to see. I mean, do you really get to see more wrestling? I mean, with the WWE Network, it's $10 a month. You get to see every pay-per-view. You get to see NXT. You get to see, old school WCW, old school WWE, ECW. You get to see, Legends House. You get to see all the other shows like Countdown and all the other stuff. So is $15 a month a little too steep, in your opinion?
Honestly, I don't know if that's a good look or not, but including
I don't know how many people have a Roku. I don't have a Roku.
Like, when you buy it, you get all the fucking shows that ever happened. You can probably go back to an old fucking Dragon Gate match with Bryan Danielson, versus Jon Moxley. It's like that, you know what I mean? Because it includes replays,
Yeah, but I mean, it's cool. It's cool that they're doing this. But, there's a couple things, how many people have a Roku? I don't have a Roku. More people.
I know you can find one.
Watch.
You can find one.
More people
for $40
watch
at Walmart.
Yeah, more people watch on their, 360 or PS3 or Xbox One, those type of things than a Roku. And, when you think of Dragon Gate, how many past great shows can you think of? I mean, you don't know because maybe you haven't, I haven't seen a lot of Dragon Gate's old shows. So you would, you'd be tempted to go back and watch it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, but I don't know.
Yeah, let's jump into some New Japan real quick. We actually didn't get to go over the G1 Climax competitors. Do you have the list with you so we can just go down the list? Tom?
Yeah, should have it. Hold on. Do you have it?
I have the list right here. Go down some of the lists. We got guys like Big Look, Valet. You got Doc. You got Davey Boy Smith Jr., Sheldon Benjamin, Sheldon X Benjamin. You got my boy Ishii, fucking beast. Nakamura's in their shit. Kota, motherfucking Ibushi, fucking beast. Tanahashi in that shit. You got Lance Archer in there. AJ Styles, Carl Anderson. The list goes on. Like Nato, my boy Goto's in there. Did I say Carl Anderson? I did. It's a lot of guys in here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't pronounce everybody's name, but I pronounce a good amount of those dudes. So, so yeah.
So who right now, if you had to pick a favorite, who would you go with?
Let me go down that list again.
Oh, it's tough because, of course, the G1 Climax, it's going to go from July 21st to August 10th, so it's, almost a month-long thing.
I actually have some of the matches, too. You got actually AJ Styles going at it against Okada once again. You got Kota Ibushi going against Tanahashi. You got Nakamura going against. I'm gonna try to say this guy's name. I'm gonna try. Shibata. Did I say his name?
Yeah, Katsuyori Shibata.
Okay, there you go. I'm learning. Hey, people, don't fucking judge me here. On the Wednesdays show, you got Davey Boy Smith Jr. Going against Nakamura. You got Okada going against Tenzan. You got Ibushi going against Nagata. Fucking kill me, man.
You mean Nagata?
There you go. Fucking kill me for not knowing how to spell these guys' names. Hey, just kill me.
Yeah, it's looking, G1, it's already looking like a good tournament so far. Got some good names in there, got some interesting matchups.
Well, I had to pick Ishii, boy.
I was thinking Ishii too. I was thinking there's a possibility that maybe Nakamura gets it somehow. I don't know though.
I just got word from not Chris, but actually Oscar, that Josh Matthews is backstage at the NYC TV tapings in TNA. Whoop.
That's cool. I don't know if he's there to get a job there, but I'm sure he's just probably, meeting up with some old friends.
Yeah. I'm actually looking at some shit here about the fucking show, about the TNA show.
Yeah, everyone's getting hype over Hardys versus the Wolves.
It's not even just that. I just saw a picture of MVP and Angle and Austin Aries and Bobby Lashley in the ring together. I don't know what's going on with that storyline, but looking forward to it. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
G1 Climax is going to be a big deal. I'm going to order it.
Yeah, I'm going to see with the G1 Climax, there's so many days in there that, you can't order every day. So I'm going to kind of see what days are possibly going to be better than others and order those days.
According to Chris, he said that the first, all the regular matches are on New Japan, regular TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's on TV. The finals is the pay-per-view.
Well, I think for us, don't we have to, or because we don't have New Japan TV.
Yeah.
We're not like Chris. We're not like Chris with his fancy TV.
But we do have Daily Motion.
Yeah.
I'm wondering who guys like Adam Cole and Michael Bennett. We already know that reDRagon's going to get
I think maybe an Adam Cole I think Adam Cole could possibly go against Tanahashi. I'm thinking it's something that could just happen.
Yeah.
And then maybe Mike Bennett faces off against Nakamura, or maybe if Ibushi is available, go against Ibushi. There are tons of possibilities.
Yeah.
Is that fucking Oscar?
Nope.
Fuck you.
All right. But G1 Climax starting July 21st, going to be going until August 10th.
Damn.
And 22 participants, largest G1 Climax in history. So get ready, people. Get ready for the biggest tournament in professional wrestling. Should be a good one. Think about how crazy that is. There's 22 people in the G1 Climax, and everyone knows the G1 Climax is a big thing, Yeah. It almost goes for it goes for a good amount of time. BOA has more people in it than the G1 Climax.
Man, I mean,
that is crazy to think about.
It's a big deal for professional wrestling as a whole. I mean, it's just good wrestling all around. It doesn't matter what promotion, New Japan, G1 Climax, PWG, BOLA. They're just putting eyes on their TVs or fucking DVDs. Basically putting eyes on their product. So it's gonna bring new faces to both companies. You have new folks watching New Japan, and you have new folks watching PWG, or even trying to get a PWG ticket.
Yeah.
Oscar, since you're back, you want to do some talking?
What's up? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Good.
About fucking time. Shit.
Hey. Sorry that you have a fucking shitty phone.
Hey, it's not my story.
Oh, there it goes again.
You suck.
Anyway.
You're good now.
All right, now you can hear me.
You are good.
Yeah. Well, too bad. I have a phone, and I can't do anything about it because we started too early, so. But anyways.
Get it for one of the best wrestlers in the world. His name is Kyle Reilly.
I'm just glad my phone didn't act like that when we had Kyle Reilly on earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, but that Climax tournament, that's going to be fucking awesome. Shows are going to be on the Japan channel. It's called Samurai TV, which is that Chris can watch any Japanese shit in there. So I don't know how you get it pretty much, but hit up ROH code, and it's not illegal. I'll tell you, you go to jail, or don't be afraid you're going to go to jail. So something with it, I don't know. But anyways, I agree with you, Tom. I kind of see. He must have said maybe Tanahashi's going against Cole.
Cut out again.
Motherfucker.
There you go.
Okay, I was asking Tom a question. I said, were you the one that said that Cole was going to Tanahashi?
Yeah, I said I don't know if Tanahashi is going to make it to the finals for the G1 Climax. I don't think he is. But if he's not, I think he's going to be facing Adam Cole.
Okay. Any favorites for this
because
G1?
you know that's a matchup that I think a New Japan audience would want to see. This cocky asshole American coming in, and then because they love Tanahashi, they would just love to see Tanahashi beat him.
Yeah, both of us actually said we want to see Ishii win. I don't know where Oscar went, but...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We both want Ishii to win. Speaking of Japan...
For me.
Speaking of Japan, Adrian Neville versus Sami Zayn is going down. I'm not sure exact when, but when the WWE heads out to Japan, those two are going to be going at in Japan. Those two. And these guys are indie fucking, Hall of Famers. They're indie Hall of Famers. If there was such thing as called indie Hall of Famers, they belong in that fucking category because these guys are known as Pac and El Generico. Those two in the WWE performing in Japan, they're going to kill it.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about with El Generico. El Generico and Sami Zayn, two different people. Sami Zayn, I think, was mentored by El Generico.
Here we go.
So Sami Zayn's he's carrying on the legacy.
Remember when we met Sami Zayn, he said that he never was El Generico. Remember that, Skits?
I do.
Now, it's Shoot the Shit Wednesday, and I saw this on Twitter and on YouTube. It was kind of a discussion from Sunday into Monday and even yesterday. So there's been some videos posted around by some people in the YWC, the YouTube wrestling community, discussing people, because there's some people on Twitter who criticize people for not purchasing the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, saying that you need to support this company, and they basically said that you can stream WWE and UFC, but you shouldn't stream Ring of Honor because they need your support. So people have gone on YouTube and made some videos. You could check out OTRS Central. He made a video. Check out his channel. The Laxman, I know, made a video. A couple other people made a video, but the point was they were making arguments for or against it. So what do you guys think about this whole thing? Should people, if they've never seen Ring of Honor, and they want to check and they wanted to check out Ring of Honor, do you think they should automatically right away pay for a pay-per-view?
Keep it honest with you, dude. I was one of the few people that, I guess one person asked, did I have a stream? And I was like, no, I'm supporting Ring of Honor. And, I didn't say, buy this pay-per-view. I just told people, support Ring of Honor. This is a big deal for professional wrestling. So, I don't know, dude. I just think streaming needs to stop, period, dude, to be honest. If you want to watch wrestling, buy the shit, Stream stuff. Streams, they all suck fucking cock anyway, so. But then,
what about this in a sense? What if there's a stream for a Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and you're a new fan, say you only watch WWE, and you heard about this Ring of Honor, and somebody's streaming it, and you watch it, and you're like, whoa, holy shit, I love this thing, and then they buy, the next pay-per-view, or they buy the next pay-per-view, and they start getting into the product. Is that a bad thing?
Sorry, but your call.
It's definitely not a bad idea. Watch the fucking stream.
They made a good point. Think about this. what if one person paid for Ring of Honor, which was $25 for the pay-per-view, and then they invited 7 people over to their house? So that is 8 people watching Ring of Honor for $25, as opposed to 8 people watching it separately for, $25 each. Isn't that just as bad as streaming?
I don't know.
Because, with streaming, somebody's paying for it, obviously. Somebody has to pay for it in order to get it.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I would say this, look, because every WWE pay-per-view and TNA stream that used to come out, I used to be one of those people that used to watch streams, but now I'm kind of against it, I want to support the companies now. I don't know why if I can change, but you do make a point. If you've never seen the company, should you watch it on a stream? Because you just don't want to buy it, and you're like, oh, it sucks. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
that's a good fucking question, there, Tom.
That's why, I saw this whole thing, and it was, an interesting, topic to talk about. Because, honestly, I haven't paid for every TNA or WWE pay-per-view. I've gone on streams for shows. But, when the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania comes around, I pay for those. Because no matter what, they're going to be, pretty good shows. So I know what I'm going to get. People are usually streaming, Night of Champions, or somebody streaming Battleground. Because how many people last year wanted to buy Battleground? Not a lot of people.
Battleground's actually good, too.
Battleground last year? Not last year. Last year was pretty
Oh,
bad.
not last year. I'm talking about this year.
Yeah. This year should be better than last year, but last year was terrible. But see, that's the thing, is that people, they imagine if you paid $50 to watch Battleground last year and it sucked. You feel like you were ripped off and you're wasting your money with this company. So you just watch it on a stream.
Real quick, though, I actually have some fucking breaking news. August fucking 10th. Are you ready for this, Oscar? Los Bandidos versus the Young Bucks. He's marking with his fucked up phone.
Just say that one more time, so the listeners have a good idea of what this is.
All right, Los Bandidos. Basically, the tag team champions at AWS will go against the Young Bucks, ladies and gentlemen, on August 10th. And I believe Tito. You remember Tito, right? Tom?
Yeah.
Tom? Remember we had Tito on here and then we were talking about him and his partner calling out the Young Bucks? Well, it's going to happen. They're going to go at it August 10th.
Damn, that should be good.
Definitely should be a big deal for all the SoCal fans out here, especially the ones that don't get to really see them, the AWS fans. Oscar, we can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, you guys are getting, your Young Bucks out there.
Yeah, man.
I'm still excited. This is just me. PWG 11's coming up, and you have the Guerrilla Warfare match for the PWG tag titles between Young Bucks and Candice and Joey. I still have no idea what's going to happen in that match. Like Candice, because I know, Joey Ryan's been in guerrilla warfare matches before until the Young Bucks. But what are we going to see from Candice?
She's been in a guerrilla warfare match too. I think she's been in one against Chuck Taylor, I want to say.
Has she? When was this?
I think I had the DVD. I want to say she's been in one. If not, maybe I'm wrong, but hopefully I'm right.
But
I want to say I saw it in a DVD, or maybe she was. You know what? Let me take that back. She was a manager in the guerrilla warfare match.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think she's ever been in a guerrilla warfare match.
She was a manager. It was Yuma Tornado versus Joey Ryan or Chuck Taylor, and she was a manager. That's what it was.
Well, see, first time ever Kansas going in a guerrilla warfare. But man, the Young Bucks are just going all over. They're doing their thing.
Let's take one more commercial break, and we'll get back to some more wrestling talk.
This is Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and PWG star Ryan Taylor. You're listening to Wrestling Heads Radio.
Yo, welcome to WH Radio. Today's show is brought to you by the good people down at WrestlingRambles.com. For the latest in wrestling news, in-depth blog, and hot topic discussion, hit up WrestlingRambles.com. Remember, it's not just any ramble, but a Wrestling Rambles. WrestlingRambles.com. And also special thanks to Ring Rust Radio and FLTDWrestling.com. Thank you for listening.
Yep. Back here on WH Radio. Basically just share some news with the Wrestling Heads. We are actually a couple minutes away for PWG 11 tickets going to sell. So as PWG fans, if you want to go, make sure you go buy your laptop and ready to go.
Are they going on sale tonight?
They're going to sell tonight, 8 o'clock. So people better be ready, sitting by their fucking desks.
For some reason I thought they went on sale the 28th, but that shows how much I know.
Hashtag Tom to Bola.
Hashtag get a new phone.
Hashtag
get a new gay.
Anyways, this is the guy that hasn't said shit half the fucking show talking shit. But anyways, back to the fucking show.
All right, let's shoot this shit Wednesday. I don't feel like we've been doing enough shooting. We've just been kind of talking about wrestling. I feel like we need to shoot on something. What do you think we should shoot on?
Shit, I'm actually looking for something to shoot on.
What should we shoot on? Should we shoot on John Cena? Do you guys
really to shoot on John Cena. That's so new.
Do you guys think
he's your next
WWE
champion?
If you think John Cena's going to be the next WWE champion, go outside, jump off the fucking roof.
Yeah, but how? When you look at that match, who is going to win that title besides John Cena? Because they're going to drop the title. Whoever wins that title is most likely going to drop it to Lesnar.
This is very unpredictable right now. Because if they don't give it to Cena, they could give it to Bray Wyatt. They could fucking give the belt to Cesaro. They got guys that could push in that fucking match.
There's no way that the WWE would give the title to Cesaro or Bray Wyatt as their first title just to drop it to Brock Lesnar. When they're going to put the title on them, they're going to make them have a lengthy run.
I know everybody's been gassed up about fucking Lesnar being a fucking champ. I don't think Lesnar's going to be no fucking champ. Like, that's bullshit talk.
How do you not see? They're going to build Lesnar up as a huge threat and a huge monster, and it's going to lead up to WrestleMania next year. I think he's going to hold the title for that long.
I don't know. Oscar just sent me some bullshit fucking picture of Cena and fucking Lesnar. Like, that's supposed to fucking change my mind. I can give fucking two shits what these fucking dirt sheets had to say.
I just don't know how you don't see it.
Hey, I don't see nothing in any part-timer holding a fucking title unless his name is The Rock Johnson is gonna fucking leave. After, you know,
but
he
why
puts
wouldn't Lesnar win the title? If The Rock won the title, why wouldn't Lesnar?
I don't know, because is Lesnar going to stick around? That's the question. If he sticks around, maybe.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Is that there's a reason that Brock Lesnar hasn't been on TV. It's because they're hyping for him to return and come back and just dominate. You know?
I don't know.
Because, you know, once he, you know, ended the Undertaker streak, you know, him being Brock Lesnar, he's like, well, I'm not going to do anything for a couple months. I'm just going to, you know, go and bullshit and not do anything because I can, because I'm fucking Brock Lesnar.
I don't know, dude. We'll see. I don't know, because I just don't want to see Lesnar and Cena again. Like, it's like same old shit, you know?
We're probably going to see it again. It's probably going to happen. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I don't wish injury on any wrestler because it sucks and it's a bad thing. But I wish Cena would just go away for like a year. Just no Cena. Just no more Cena. I don't want to see him on my TV anymore. I want to see him overcoming the odds, and I don't want to see him beating up three guys and winning a 3-on-1 handicap match with one arm and winning the title for the 150th fucking time. I'm sick of it. I give Cena some slack because, you know, he does a lot of good for WWE with, you know, Make-A-Wish, and he's not as bad as people say he is in the ring. You know, he can put on some damn good matches, but, you know, there comes a point where you're so sick of a guy that you just want him to leave.
I don't,
you know,
honestly,
it was like this. It was like this in the
complaining
90s
about
with
John
Hulk
Cena right
Hogan.
now.
You know,
I don't even see why we're even complaining about Cena right now. Cena doesn't have a title. I mean, how do we even know that John Cena's going to win? Like I said, this match is very unpredictable. Very unpredictable right now. I mean, Bray Wyatt will win the title. I mean, you already see his boys, Luke Harper and fucking Rowan, you know, might win the tag team titles. What if they want to go with the Wyatt family dominating the WWE as all champions? You know, what if they want Randy Orton to hold the title? What if they want Orton to hold the belt to have the group with him and Triple H and them dominate once again? You know, what if they want to have Kane win? Kane's another person that's part of that group. You know, what if they want to have Kane with the title? What if they want Cesaro and Paul Heyman, who have been working well together? I mean, Roman Reigns, another person. What if they want to push him to the moon? You know, the only person I don't see even winning this match is Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. There's only two. Like, Cesaro could win this. Cena could win this, but I don't think he's the number one choice. You know,
I think he is. And we're thinking in the mind of a wrestling fan. We're not thinking in the mind of a WWE, you know, personnel. When they're thinking, they're not thinking what's best for wrestling. They're not thinking, like, if we put on the title for Cesaro, the matches we could have, and we need to push Cesaro, we need to push Wyatt. They're going to go with the safe bet of having Cena as the champion because they can. And they've done it before, and they could do it again. And if you like I said, what would be the point of having, you know, Cesaro or Bray Wyatt have a 2-month reign as their first title reign? You know, with a guy like Cena, he could hold the title for a month or two and then drop it. It wouldn't be a big deal. But if Cesaro or Bray Wyatt did it,
this is something else that I want to mention. People forget D. Bryan. Don't forget Daniel Bryan. He will be coming back soon. He will get pushed back to the moon also. You know, so I mean, you never know. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but anything can happen. Anything's possible. CM Punk can come out of nowhere. Anything can happen right now. Right now, this is a very unpredictable Money in the Bank match. Anybody can win this, in my opinion. Except for
imagine if it's Money in the Bank, and because Derek got injured, it's the beginning of the show, and he goes, "Well, I'm afraid I've got some good news," and all of a sudden CM Punk's music hits. People would be going ape shit.
Man, I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen in the Bank. I kind of wanted to do predictions right now because somebody has to put their title on the line since I don't know when.
I'll do it right now.
Fuck it then.
Hold on.
This motherfucker hasn't put the title on in a while. And if it was me, we would have had the title on every fucking show. It doesn't matter. Back to the terrible phone.
Can't hear you, Oscar.
It's ridiculous.
Why are you guys staying quiet?
Well, because your phone is ass. But
it's like I say one word, and it's cool. If I say like a sentence, it'll fuck up.
Just like that? Well, we got, again, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Bryan will be, will address the WWE Universe on the WWE pre-show, which will be on the network. And also, it will also be probably on the, for free, on YouTube and stuff. What you got, Ryback and Curtis Axel versus Stardust and Goldust. I am going to predict. I'm going to go with this prediction, damn it. Ryback and Curtis Axel get the W.
Goldust and Stardust, buddy.
Goldust and Stardust.
That's what I said.
You said Ryback
and Curtis Axel.
That's what I said. Ryback and Curtis Axel. That's what I'm predicting to win.
And then I said, "Are you kidding?" And then I said, "I'm going with Goldust and Stardust."
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm going for Ryback and Curtis Axel. This is the start of a Cody Rhodes Goldust feud right here. They're gonna keep losing to the Ryback and Curtis Axel, and they're gonna break up, and then they're gonna go at it at SummerSlam. There you go. But that's me thinking as a booker right there.
I don't know. That wouldn't make much sense. If they were gonna have Cody and Goldust feud, they could have just had Cody, pick a partner for Goldust, and then instead of this whole Stardust thing, he keeps screwing Goldust, and then that's
it's a story. It's part of the whole story. He fucking changed his whole character to Stardust, and it still didn't work as a tag team. But
I think they're gonna get the win again because they beat them on Raw. I think they're gonna beat them again.
We'll see. Who you got, Oscar?
What?
Who do you have?
Goldust.
All right. Naomi versus Paige. I'm gonna go with Paige.
Paige for me.
Gotta go with Paige.
Okay. When I say ooh, y'all say oh. Versus Luke Harper.
No.
Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. I'm going for Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, your new WWE Tag Team Champs.
I feel like they could take it, but I feel like they might drag this feud out a little bit more. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a possibility that, they could do a rematch at Battleground, and then they win it there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll take Harper and Rowan.
We didn't hear nothing you said. Usos, okay.
I think he picked the New Age Outlaws.
Man, that phone is horrible over there, but
No, actually, you know what? With all that static, you know what it sounded like? I think he picked the Young Bucks.
What? Let's go, Young Bucks. Fuck the Young Bucks. You got Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose versus RVD versus Kofi Kingston versus, I don't know, question mark is bad news in it, versus Jack Swagger versus Dolph Ziggler, and my pick is Seth Rollins.
God damn.
No hesitation, damn it.
I'll go with Rollins, too. I don't see them going with anybody else now. Barrett was the only real contender besides Rollins.
Okay. Next matchup. For the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, you got the Sheamus. You got Kane. You got Bray fucking Wyatt. You got the Viper, Randy Orton, ADR, John Cena, Roman Reigns, and the King of Swing, Cesaro. And I am going with Cesaro.
You're going to pick Cesaro to win it.
Who you pick?
Shit. This is a tougher one. I mean, I think Alberto's going to win it. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine Del Rio just wins it. Nobody expects it.
Del Rio is not that bad of a fucking wrestler.
That would be a Vince Russo swerve right there. You know what? I'm gonna go with Cena. I think Cena's gonna win it. As much as I don't like it, I just have this feeling that Cena's going to win it, and I hate it.
Go ahead, Oz, because we got like 6 minutes. I think you said John Cena, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
I couldn't hear.
I think you said yep. And this is another match that might be added, so let's just pick Big E versus Rusev.
Yeah, Rusev.
So, we're actually running out of time, ladies and gentlemen. 6 minutes left here on the show. I actually want to give a shout-out to Kyle O'Reilly. I want to give a shout-out to Kyle O'Reilly for being on the show today. Cool dude, one of the best wrestlers in the world. If you ever check the shit out, do that. I want to give a shout-out to some of the newest writers on WrestlingHeads.com. Styles Clash X, follow him. Vicky Cloud, Young RBLX. Check their shit out. It will be on WrestlingHeads soon. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at WrestlingHeads, Facebook.com/WrestlingHeads, YouTube.com/WrestlingHeads. Our t-shirts, go support ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingHeads. Email us for anything, you guys, WrestlingHeads@gmail if you guys want to work with us. Affiliates or anything like that, give us a hit up. Follow me at WH Skits. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and on the IG too. All WH Skits. Holla at your boy. I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on to my boy Tom one time.
Follow me on Twitter at TommyNotDreamer. You know what, Skits? You need to tell these new writers that they need to get on WH Radio ASAP.
Definitely. I told them to give us a call.
Tell them these writers need to stop making blogs, and we need to start shooting the shit, and we need to start arguing, and we need to just having some fun on WH Radio.
The other day, Vicky. but I'll definitely let him know so we can shoot. And Oscar, I'm going to go ahead and put his shit out for you guys because he can't probably talk. It's probably going to static. Well, go ahead and follow him at Sinister632 on Twitter. He's also on Vine and Instagram. Follow him on that. Make sure you check out his classic matches of the week on WrestlingHeads.com. Do that. And also his top 10. I don't think he has one this week, but still check out all his previous ones. And, yeah, man. We'll be back next Monday here on WH Radio. I think I will not be on here because I have work. Fuck me for that. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Shout out to Bruce. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to everybody that works for Wrestling Heads. Shout out to PW Smart. Shout out to 4CR Radio, WWP, fucking Wrestling Rambles, SLTD Wrestling, Ring Rust Radio. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to everybody. But until next time, once again, I am Skits. Tom, Oscar, we want to thank Kyle Reilly once again for being on the show. And peace. Can I ask y'all a question?
What time is it?
WH Radio.
The best in the world at what we do.
Hashtag WH Radio, y'all. Peace.